Hello, everyone. I am Amy Fortran. Welcome to the Reaction Room. This is actually a platform where we react to poems posted on the Poetry Show. We intend to ensure that we focus on teaching life principles from these poems, analyze their themes, and how they relate to everyday life. Today, we're going to react to the poem written by Khalil Gibran, who was born on the 6th of January 1883, and he died on the 10th of April 1931 at the age of 48. And he was actually a Lebanese American poet and artist. And one of his poems that we'll be reacting to today is titled Do Not Love Half Lovers. I'm going to play the poem, and then later I'll go back to it and react to the wordings of this poem. Let's make sure. Yes, so yeah, let me just get to where this poem is. Here we go.
Do not love half lovers. Do not entertain half friends. Do not indulge in the works of the half talented. Do not live half a life and do not die half a death. If you choose silence, then be silent. When you speak, do so until you are finished. Do not silence yourself to say something.
Exactly.
And do not speak to be silent.
Of course.
If you accept, then express it bluntly. Do not mask it. If you refuse, then be clear about it. For an ambiguous refusal is but a weak acceptance. Do not accept half a solution. Do not believe half truths. Do not fantasize about half hopes.
Of course.
Half a drink will not quench your thirst.
At all.
Half a meal will not satiate your hunger. Half the way will get you nowhere. Half an idea will bear you no results.
At all.
Your other half is not the one you love. It is you in another time, yet in the same space. It is you when you are not. Half a life is a life you didn't live. A word you have not said. A smile you postponed. A love you have not had. A friendship you did not know. To reach and not arrive. Work and not work. Attend only to be absent. What makes you a stranger to them closest to you, and they strangers to you? The half is a mere moment of inability, but you are able, for you are not half of a being. You are a whole that exists to live a life, not half a life.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know if you all heard the wordings of this poem. It's so powerful. It's actually talking to you and it's talking to me. You know what? I'm going to go back and I'll play it. So while I play, I analyze it. I react to some of the wordings and how they actually, like I said before, we want to make sure that we're bringing out the life principles. We're focusing on the life principles these poems have and how they relate to everyday life, right? So I'll make sure I'll go back, play it again, then explain some of the things, how I understood them in this poem. Okay, so we'll go back.
Do not love half lovers. Do not entertain half friends. Do not indulge in the works of the half talented. Do not live half a life and do not die half a death. If you choose silence, then be silent. When you speak, do so until you are finished. Do not silence yourself to say something.
Yeah.
And do not speak to be silent.
Of course.
If you accept, then express it bluntly. Do not mask it. If you refuse, then be clear about it. For an ambiguous refusal is but a weak acceptance.
Did you get that part? Did you get it? It says, if you want to speak, do so until you are finished. Even the line before that one, it says, if you choose to be silent, then be silent. Then when you speak, do so until you are finished. Do not silence yourself to say something, and do not speak to be silent. If you accept, then express it bluntly. Don't mask it. If you refuse, then be clear about it. For an ambiguous refusal is but a weak acceptance. What I got from here is that when you want to remain silent, when you want to say something, let it be that you're saying something. When you don't have to say something, let it be that you're not saying anything at all. Let it be that people really understand you. Sometimes we have lots of things to say, or in our minds we're saying so many things, we are assuming things, believing that people really understand what we're thinking. But when you haven't said anything, there's no way anyone will understand what you have in your mind. There's no way you understand what people around you will understand your thoughts, because they are not in your head. They are not in your mind. So whenever you have anything to say, make sure you go out of your way to say that thing. Then it says, when you refuse something, do it as in be blunt about it. There's nothing as good as someone people know as your yes is your yes and your no is your no. When you refuse something, don't start stuttering or being, sitting on the fence. Today you're agreeing to something, tomorrow you're refusing to something. If you accept it, believe wholeheartedly that you have accepted that thing. And when people come to ask you tomorrow, they'll know that your word will always be your word. You have said that thing, you have accepted it, and you are accepting it. Then if you have refused it, let it be that you have refused it bluntly. It says, don't mask it. Make it to be known that you actually refused a particular thing. Don't sit on the fence. Today you're A, tomorrow you're B. Or you're for this, you're for A, tomorrow you're for B. No, let people know your stance. And there's nothing as credible as people knowing you as someone, whenever you say something, you stick to what you have said. People will learn to trust you. People will get to trust you. People will get to trust your word. There's a way that there's certain things that will happen, and when people come to ask a question about you, they'll be like, oh no, if it's this guy has said this thing, and there's no way he's going to go back on it. If he has told you yes, then it means his yes is his yes. If he has told you no, it means his no is his no. So it makes people to trust you. It makes people to understand you. It makes people to trust your word. Alright, so that is what I got from here. Let's go ahead.
Do not accept half a solution. Do not believe half truths. Do not fantasize about half hopes. Half a drink will not quench your thirst.
At all.
Half a meal will not satiate your hunger. Half the way will get you nowhere. Half an idea will bear you no results.
At all.
Your other half is not the one you love. It is you in another time, yet in the same space.
Yes.
It is you when you are not. Half a life is a life you didn't live. A word you have not said. A smile you postponed. A love you have not had.
This one.
A friendship you did not know.
This one is everything.
To reach and not arrive. Work and not work. Attend only to be absent. What?
Attend only to be absent. I'm going to start from the part where it says, half a life is a life you didn't live, a word you have not said, a smile you postponed, a love you have not had, a friendship you did not know, to react, to reach and not to arrive. Oh my God, this is everything. I am telling you the truth. This is it. You know, like just like everyday life, you know, live your life to the fullest. That's what I get from here. Live your life to the fullest. If it needs you taking a risk to ensure you achieve something positive, make sure you do so that tomorrow you won't start regretting it. Because it says half a life is a life not lived. Maybe because you're looking at people or what people are going to say about you, then you decide not to do what is right. You decide not to take a bold step to do certain things. Look, let me tell you something. If you want to find a place where you get people with different skills, different talents, different ideas, different intelligence, different brilliance, different everything, go to the graveyard. Graveyard is so rich with people that have all these potentials. And to be frank with you, some of them are lying there with those skills without those skills being shared with people. Most of them had ideas they never shared with people. They had business ideas they never told anybody about. They had even opportunities that they never took. Most of them have, solutions that they never mentioned to anybody to solve a particular thing. That was why I said the graveyard is so rich with talents, skills, professions, everything. So when you have the opportunity, make sure you utilize it. When you have the opportunity to embark on any journey, to be creative, to talk to people, to share ideas that will bring a solution, make sure you do so. Because tomorrow you're going to regret it because you had all this wealth of knowledge and you never did anything with them. Let me tell you something. Never you do anything because of what people are going to say, as long as those things you're doing are right. Because there are two sides of a coin. When you toss the side A, many people will see the side B that you never tossed. So they'll always criticize you. They'll always say things about you. They'll always make you feel less of yourself. As long as what you're doing is right, put your head up. Do the right thing. Don't ever think of what people are going to say. Even if you're not the only right person in the crowd, stand on your word. I assure you tomorrow, you will never regret it because you were able to speak up. He said, attend only to be absent. What makes you stronger? Let me tell you, it's more like you went for an occasion and you slept all through, or you went to church, you went to class, or you actually went there, but everything they said, you never understood. You just go back home being empty. There was no point of you going there. So the thing is that when you have the opportunity to live your life, make sure you use it to the fullest. Make sure you use that opportunity to the fullest. Make sure you grab it. Make sure you grab it with both hands. Make sure that any opportunity that comes to you to turn things around for good, ensure you embark on that journey. Don't ever think about what people are going to say about you. Because There's a part it says, half of you is just okay. I'm going to play it. Then we'll go to that part.
What makes you a stranger to them closest to you, and they strangers to you? The half is a mere moment of inability, but you are able, for you are not half of a being. You are a whole that exists to live a life, not half a life.
See what it says there? It could be about your inability today, but how are you working on that your inability? As long as you're resilient, as long as you're persistent, as long as you're consistent in what works, definitely that inability will turn out to become ability. That inability is something that tomorrow people will look at you, they'll be like, oh my God, there's a lot of improvement in this person. I can't believe it. You may have been a person that have been ruled out by friends. People have ruled you out. They've already concluded that, oh my God, there's no form of positivity coming out from this person. You can prove them wrong. You can tell them, yeah, yes, you have that inability today, but what about tomorrow? Prove them wrong by being consistent. Prove them wrong by being persistent. Prove them wrong by being resilient. So that those challenges, when they come tomorrow, because you have your story to tell and you embrace those challenges, work on them and improve yourself and become a better person tomorrow. By the time they see you, they'll be like, oh my God, if this was able to happen to this person's life, then anything can happen. Give them that benefit of the doubt. I mean, like, tell them that even if they are no longer there or they have mocked you, let them know that there's an ability in you. Prove them wrong and make them understand that you're a full human being who have been born to live a full life and not half a life. So this is the end of our reaction for this poem done by Khalil Gibran, titled Do Not Love Half Lovers. If you want to listen to this poem, the link is up here. And if you enjoyed this reaction video we just did and you found value in it, make sure you subscribe to our channel. That is, if you have not done that, because this will mean a lot to us. Also, like, share with your friends, and comment if you have any poem you would want us to react to, or if this poem actually spoke to you. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Bye.